G'day, how are ya? Michael here. How you doing? Visitors, I need to tell you something. Visitors, I have a problem. As you're aware, I've lost my, a lot of my rabbits are dying. Yesterday I lost over 6 more. It's becoming quite discouraging. I had to surrogate. I knew it was probably a risk, but I surrogated a bunch of bunnies with who lost their mother with another one. The mother died as well. She was crook. So I didn't want to do that again, so I moved the babies. This Khaleesi, it's just driving me nuts. Good on you, government. Anyway, look, all best part of our government is good, but who's ever does controlling this Khaleesi and letting it out, they really aren't thinking about the people. They're thinking about the people as they want to get rid of the rabbits, and which will help the country, but they're not caring about the collateral damage. But anyway, back to the real world. I've got a bunch of babies here. Their eyes are open, so they're over 10 days. I think they're 2 weeks old, but still too young. I've got chinchillas in here, and these two, they're within about a day of each other age, but the chinchilla babies are very small for such a big rabbit. That's how they are. They're slower growing. Here's the harlequins. There's these 2 blues here, very, very pretty. They're a lot bigger and a lot more. They're actually almost drinking a bit of milk, so I put a bit of milk down there. I put over their feed, in case they want it, I've sprinkled milk powder, so if they do start to nibble, they're actually feeding themselves with the milk. I am syringing. It's a lot easier for me. I've got to watch that I don't drown them, so I'm just slowly squirting into their mouth, and that's what I'm doing here to try to keep them alive, just so I won't get confused, because I'm doing it between my training. I put them into here, 3 of the babies after feeding them. They've been fed. I've got a few more to go. Yeah, that's what I've got to do about 3 times a day. This is what I do here. I sit down like this. I open up my cage, I hook it up out of the way. Alright. I lean in, I grab a baby. Look, some people say to me this is pointless because the mother died of Khaleesi. They will too. See, if this one spreads by live host. If there's a live host bumping up against another host, they don't like you putting it in at first, but once it got there, he starts sucking. I don't know if you can see it there, but he's sucking away, and I just slowly push it in, only as much as they can drink. Oh, I should let you see. And I do this on all of them. If they pull away, well, I pull away too. So they say it's pointless because, hey, they're going to die because the mum got it. I like to see some do survive. Even in the wild, that's why they're still alive. They adapt, they get used to the strain. Some bunnies are immune, well, less likely to die from it. So I'm hoping that some of my babies here will be able to survive. Now, I had a orange, one of my New Zealand Reds died. She had the gene to protect it against myxomatosis. But I found out since, the reason she died too, this new variant, I believe they released them at the same time, Myxo and Khaleesi somehow mixed together, and bang, it's catching them. I don't know how true this is. Oh, this is a heavy one. It's probably a girl. It's funny, I'm no expert. Learnt by necessity. But what I've found is that girls, even though they grow the biggest, no question about it, unless the boys got a genetic disposition to being big, and I have got a few blemishes like that where the male is actually bigger than the female, because its gene pool was more about size or whatever than the girls. Come on, little darling, you don't like this, do you? And the girls tend to be, there you go, see if you like this. Yeah. Girls tend to be bigger than boys when they're mature. But when they're small, the boys must be a little bit more rough and tumble. And they tend to, in the early stages, up to about 6 weeks, I reckon the girls are smaller than the boys. Just through being, I suppose, bullies. Anyway, yeah. Look, I don't know exactly how much to give, so what I do is do lots of small feedings. They reckon you keep pushing them till their tummies are bloated, but I'm not doing it that way. A lot of people told me a few tricks, and most of the people who do this a lot said they don't use syringes, they do nipples and stuff. But you know, boys, we're a bit lazy. They reckon this can drown them. But anyway, you just got to be careful. Anyway, I'm going to go back and train everybody, and just for now, catch you later. Oh, by the way, I know you might like seeing me trying to save them, but at the end of the day, please give us a big thumbs up, please subscribe and ring that notification bell, because, well, you know, without you, there's no me, and I like being here, and I think there's something to be learnt here from my little babies. Catch ya.